How to get historical data in Excel using Excel feeds. Let's choose the Yahoo Finance Live Feeds provider. Click here. Select this option. Click OK. Excel feeds pastes two formulas. The first formula is in cell A1. It calls the function xf with two arguments. The first argument is the range A2B26. The second argument is the range A28B33. The purpose of this function is to define what type of historical data should be fetched. It does not fetch any data. It only stores in Excel's memory the specifications of the request and returns a text label that identifies the stored data. This is the return text label. In effect, it represents all the data that appear in the rows below it. The second formula is in cell D1. Excel feeds also inserts a cell comment with user information. This formula calls the function xflive. xflive expects a single argument that must be the text label identifying the specification data of some historical data request. Since cell A1 contains such a text label, it is passed as argument to the function xflive. xflive returns the historical data as a dynamic array over the range D1H6. If the formula is surrounded by curly braces, your Excel does not support dynamic arrays. Look in the description for help. Let us now change a few of the specification data and see how they affect the returned historical data. Column A contains the so-called keys. These are text labels ending with the equal sign. Column B contains the corresponding values. These can be text, numbers, dates, or true/false. For visual convenience, Excel feeds colors keys with black and values with blue. You will only need to edit the blue-colored values. The two rows at the top specify the type and function and need never be changed. The next row contains the key symbols. Detailed information on any selected key can be displayed by clicking on the Cell Info button. This opens a task pane, the wizard, and displays the information inside. If you keep the wizard open, information will be displayed as soon as you select any cell. Let's change the Microsoft symbol MSFT to that of Google. Now the returned feeds show the historical Google prices. Next, try to define the time range over which historical data are displayed. Cell B5 contains the text range. It also displays a little arrow to its right. If that arrow is not visible, you can click on the Cell Info button to make it so. If you click on the arrow, you will see a drop-down with valid values. Change the value for the key range from 5 to 7. Since range unit equals day, 7 days are returned. Let's format the bottom two rows by copying and pasting the format of the top row. Next, change the range unit from day to week. As before, paste down the format of the top row. Now 7 weeks of historical data are displayed. Change it back to day, so that all data fit in the screen. You can change the frequency of the displayed data over the 7-day range by editing the value associated with the key interval. Let's change the 1 day to 1 minute. Double-click here to increase the column width. As before, paste down the format of the top row. The timestamps in column D indicate the data are by minute. Change it back to 1 day, so that all data fit in the screen. Next, set the time range by using the keys from and to, rather than typing in the dates. Copy and paste them from the displayed data. Format these two cells as dates. And finally change the value associated with the key range spec to from to. Now the returned data are within the two given dates. Let's change the time direction so that the earliest data appear at top. Change the true to false next to the key descending.